What up, Pennies and Pens? It's your girl, Loud Pen, CEO of ISLP, the InkSpot LLC. Today's video is called Penny Minhyuk Announces Enlistment. Okay, so first of all, let me say thanks for watching, checking out the Penny Black YouTube channel, and supporting my business, ISLP, the InkSpot LLC. Let's just go ahead and get into today's video. It feels like just a few months ago, I was doing another Penny enlistment announcement video with Wano. Now I gotta do one for Minhyuk. And I'm just like, why is this trend happening? Like, can we stop? So anyways, for those that don't know, all Korean men have to do a mandatory 2-year enlistment in the Korean military, and K-pop idols are included in this. And so the last video I did a few months ago was on Wano, who is now a solo artist, but was previously a member of Monsta X, which is the band that Minhyuk is currently and still a part of. And so at one point, Wano and Minhyuk were bandmates, both within the band Monsta X. And so Wano left for just, yeah. And so now he's solo, and he enlisted in the military as of, I think he left in December was when he actually started his enlistment. Yes, he started in December. So now Minhyuk is getting ready to start his enlistment in April, which is obviously just a few months later. So the reason why I still kind of put them together, even though they're like, Wano is now a solo artist and Minhyuk is still in the band, is because I am an OT7 loyalist, as I've talked about and shared in many of my previous videos on Monsta X. I mean, even my most recent video, one of my most recent videos was Penny, why Monsta X and Wano are the kings of K-pop. So I still put OT7 together. It's still a thing for me. So, you know what I'm saying? And that is because I believe, although Wano left the group, he didn't leave under he didn't leave because he didn't like working with them or because they didn't get along and stuff like that. It was for other reasons. Outside parties said and did certain things. And so that is why he chose to leave. But because of that, that's why I'm like, you know, like if I had seen all this drama about them not liking each other, not getting along, it would be one thing, but I haven't. So that's why I'm like, I'm so OT7 loyalist. So I know I'm babbling, I'm off topic. I'm supposed to be talking about, I dropped my remote. Why can't I keep it? Y'all, I'm gonna get my life together, okay? But this Minhyuk enlisting, it feels so blech. And I think that's why I was babbling about, you know, Wano and, you know, drama from yesteryear and all of that, because like it's already been it's been an interesting 3 years as a mon bébé, which for those that don't know, that's a fan of Monsta X, means my baby in French, because like Shanu enlisted. Shanu is the leader of Monsta X, and he enlisted in July of 2021, and his enlistment ends like the 3rd week of April. Like I think he gets out like April 21st or April 23rd or something like that, right? So it just sucks that in this meantime, you know, Shanu, he hasn't been able to participate in albums and promotions. So he wasn't in their most recent album, Reason. He wasn't in the album before that, Shape of Love. He wasn't in No Limit. While his vocals are on the album, The Dreaming, he's in the photos, he couldn't really help promote the album and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like, you know. And then Wano enlisted, and again, because I'm an OT7 loyalist, I still am like, they brothers, they still all in Monsta X, right? OT7 all day. So then Wano enlists December of 2022, and now Minhyuk has announced his enlistment, which will start April 4th, 2023. So it's like now they're all gonna be like gone and like coming back and like God, it's just gonna be weird. And like the reason why this is such a big deal for me as like a K-pop fan, a mon bébé, and a weenie, is because it just, you really like, the thing that is so funny about being a K-pop fan is that like the music and the culture of K-pop becomes a part of your life and like your daily activities and what you do and think about and talk about and care about, right? Because you spend so much time, you know what I'm saying, like listening to the albums, getting the albums, because it's a lot to like get, especially for an international K-pop fan like me, which I need to talk about in the future, like how I'm using a local Korean address and how I'm facilitating getting my albums and merch from Korea for a lot cheaper than what I used to spend. But like, so getting albums is hard and expensive because you're basically getting albums from another country. So you have to find the retailer you like buying from, figure out how you're going to get it from Korea to wherever you live in the US, or if you live somewhere else internationally. So it's just a lot to like actually get your hands on the merch, to follow it, because a lot of times there's certain things that that's only promoted in this app called the Fan Cafe. That's like the main app that a lot of K-pop artists and their agency use to promote their work and content. They still use, you know, the traditional social media apps, you know, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, but they post a lot of content in Fan Cafe. But it's difficult to like get access to the Fan Cafe because you have to be like a member of the fan club. Then you have to get leveled up. There's like this whole process to that, which even allows you to even access all these posts and see all that content, so you know what the artist is up to and what they're doing. So once you figure out how to get your albums and your merch, get access to something like the Fan Cafe, and you know, you buying albums, you listening to the music, you checking out the Fan Cafe and things like that on a regular basis. So the artist and their content becomes, like I said, a part of your daily life and your daily routine and activity. So when they leave for enlistments, which only, keep in mind, only male K-pop idols have to do, females don't have to do it. They don't have to serve in the military at all. And so like when they're leaving and they're gone, that obviously affects the flow of the content. Like I said, with Shanu, the leader of Monsta X, he hasn't been able to be in any of their most recent albums, the promotions, none of the content, because he's been enlisted in the military and they're not allowed to be active as K-pop idols while enlisted in the military. And since he's still in Monsta X in a group, he still, you know, like the group was able to still do new music and put out new content and have his name on everything, you know what I'm saying? So you still get reminders that he's there, that he's around. Now with 1-0, now that he's solo, like, it's just like he's been putting out new vlogs and new content every now and again. But again, because he can't be actually active while enlisted in the military, it's like there's that whole, like, you're just used to having like daily content and posts from him, which isn't happening. And now that Minhyuk has announced his enlistment, the same thing is going to happen with him going forward. Like, he's not going to be allowed to be in, you know, new albums and new promotions. He's not going to be able to be photographed. He's not going to be able to post. It's just going to be no Lee Minhyuk, no sunshine of Monsta X. And that is what is so beautiful about Minhyuk's personality. He has such a bright and bold personality. He really speaks and says what's on his mind. He's a very real and honest person. From what I can see and gather of him, obviously I've never met him. I'm a fan in the comment section just like everybody else. But from what I have seen and noticed of Minhyuk, he's just always very honest, very real, tells it like it is, always shares his opinion and what he thinks of everything, right? He just doesn't hold much back. And so it's one of the things that I've always liked and respected about him as an artist and as a member of Monsta X. And so with him announcing this enlistment, I'll admit, y'all, I'm hella sad. Like, I really am like, wow, you know, because with Shanu, it was hard when he enlisted, because Shanu is like this quiet force and presence, you know. He really doesn't say a whole lot, but like when he's been gone these last 2 years, you felt it. You were like, where's Shanu? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, his quiet presence, just, it mattered and it made a big deal. And with Wano, it's like, oh my God, like as a solo artist, like I was worried because I'm like, there's nobody to hold him down while he's enlisted. You know, I was like, his team can still do these like occasional posts and like upload any vlogs that he may have shot before he enlisted, but like there just can't be any content like under his name, any new music and stuff like that, like it was for Shanu, who's still in Monster X. And so that's another one of the reasons why I wish that Wano was still in the group, was still in Monster X, so that he could just still have somebody holding him down while he's enlisted. Minhyuk, bro, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss your just honesty and your personality. And just Minhyuk always says what's on his mind. He's always holding down Juhan. Like, he just babies Juhan. Like, Juhan is basically his baby. Basically. And again, these are all just weird Monbebe K-pop stan things. So if I got a little off track and y'all don't understand what I'm talking about, my apologies. It's just one of those things. That's a K-pop fan, as a Monbebe, as a weenie. If you're in the little vibe, you understand. I actually have also too, I've actually been trying to stay off of, like, because it was funny because once I gave up all my regular social media, which I'll talk about in a future vlog that I'm going to do, talking about life after social media, or it might just be a written blog post. But I've been staying off all of the regular social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, but then I got all addicted to like YouTube and Fan Cafe. So I'm trying to even stay off of those because I was like, dude, I don't need to be on all of these apps and following everybody and what everybody is doing all day. It's just adding unnecessary stress to my life. And then just like, you know, fans say rude and mean things, or like so-called fans, whoever these troll people on the internet are, I don't even know. So I've just been trying to stay off of all of that and whatever. But I still want to keep up with the artists and what they have going on, because I still want to hear about, you know, new albums, new music, whatever. That's mostly my focus. So I had just randomly Googled Monster X last week because I was just like, okay, I'm not going to be on like none of these apps no more, but I still want to know what they have going on. So I had Googled them a couple of weeks before that and found out about that performance that they're doing in Vegas next month. And was like kind of interested in going, but when I saw the ticket prices just for the event, plus knowing I have to buy a plane ticket and get a hotel because it's in Vegas, and I obviously live here in Dallas, I was like, nah, I'm not going. And so I was like, well, let me Google them in a couple of weeks because, you know, Monster X, they always have something going on. So then I Googled them, and then that's how I found out that Minhyuk was actually enlisting, because obviously all the blogs covered it, because he had written a handwritten letter and then posted it in Fan Cafe. And so when I saw the announcement blog post, I wanted to go back on the Fan Cafe and read it and verify it for myself. Not that I thought the blogs were lying, because they would never lie about something like that, because Minhyuk is too big of a deal as a K-pop artist, and then Monster X is also too big of a deal as a K-pop band to, you know, share a story like that, and it may not be true. That's something you, as a journalist and a blogger, you would absolutely verify, because you don't want to be the person sharing some misinformation when it comes to Minhyuk and Monster X. Like, they just too big for all of that. Monbebes would go crazy. And again, because keep in mind, enlistment means that they're serving in the Korean military for 18 months to 2 years, or up to 2 years, and which means that they will not be able to be active in any K-pop activities, albums, or anything. So that's a big deal for an artist of Minhyuk's caliber and a group of Monster X's caliber. It's a big deal. So when I had Googled it, found out, I said, oh, I got to verify. So I had to download the Fan Cafe. And I've been on and off checking the Fan Cafe. And I've been like, see, this is why I didn't want to re-download this damn app, because I knew I was going to get all addicted to it again. And now that it's inching time for Minhyuk to enlist, now I'm checking Fan Cafe because I'm like, oh, I don't want to miss any of his posts, because he's not going to be able to do this for 2 whole years. And then Mamamoo got a new album that's about to, it's just been getting addicted again. So I just wanted to create this long video to say, you know, Minhyuk, Monbebe, we love you. We support you always. We ain't going nowhere. Okay? seriously, like I've been going through withdrawal, because with this time period being like y'all just dropped Reason a couple of months ago, obviously since you're about to enlist and Shanu's getting ready to come back, ain't about to be no new comeback, even don't know what a new comeback gonna look like or who gonna be in it, because I would assume Kian is right behind you to announce his enlistment too, and then Hungwan probably gonna follow shortly after that. So I don't even know what's gonna happen with the group and everything going forward as far as who gonna be enlisting when, but I know Monster X is going to stay together as a group. I really do believe in y'all, and I believe in your future, and I believe that y'all are definitely going to go through these enlistments as you need to and have to, and everybody gonna come back safe and healthy, and it's gonna be even bigger and better than ever. And we gonna get that OT7 Kings of Korea World Tour. It's coming 2025, 2026-ish. OT7 Kings of Korea World Tour is coming soon to a page near you. Yeah, I'm speaking it into existence. So anyways, that's 16 minutes of me talking about how Lee Minhyuk is getting to enlist in the military and will be away for 2 years. But as he promised in his letter, he's going to come back a cooler Minhyuk. And we finally going to get that solo debut. I was trying to get that solo debut. That's not going to happen before you enlist. And we know that solo debut is going to come after you get back. And we're going to have plenty of time to listen to it and digest it then. So thank you for watching. Minhyuk, thank you for all that you have done and have been doing as a member of Monster X. You created some of the most beautiful music and content for Monbebes all over the world to enjoy and listen to. So you have just already had such a phenomenal career over the past 8 years. So don't worry, we ain't going nowhere. We gonna be all up. I'm not gonna be in the fan cafe because I'm trying not to be addicted to apps and social media, but plenty of Monbebes will be all up in the fan cafe, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, writing you posts every single day over the next 2 years while you're enlisted. So you have nothing to worry about. And even though I'm not going to be all up in the social media content, I'm going to be Googling and checking y'all out regularly enough that I'm still going to be aware of what's happening with Monster X and when you are set to come back from your enlistment. So don't worry, I will still stay an engaged fan. I'm just trying not to be on the internet all the time. Okay? So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Everybody have a beautiful day. Peace.